So guys, Northwest has won her appeal, or at least that's how I consider it, because if you guys have been keeping up, you guys would know I did a video earlier today saying that Northwest Instagram account has been deactivated. And I was like, okay, seems as though Kanye and Kim may have had a discussion. But I also said, I think it was just meant for the holiday, but don't be surprised. And I said, my words were, I wouldn't be surprised if I see North returning to Instagram. I did that video this morning. You guys can go ahead and check it out. And here she is. She's back on Instagram. She's locked in, honey. Seems as though she appealed her case and she won the appeal. You go, Northy. Now, I've seen a few comments where people say that, a 12-year-old should not be on social media. I definitely agree. But North is a nipple baby. Remember that. This is the thing with us poor people. We believe that our kids should focus on their books and their education. We don't believe that kids should be focusing on making money. But rich people, for the rich and famous, they believe their kids should be focused on making money. And you know what the rich and famous people love? They love a good scholarship. They love avoiding that college fee, honey. They love avoiding that college fee by any means necessary. Those people will hire people to search and apply for all the scholarships for their kids to ensure that they don't pay any college tuition. And I kid you not. I kid you absolutely not. It's a common practice. It's a practice that is so common you wouldn't believe it. And then after their kids get the scholarship, you know what they do? They will donate to that university and they'll give handsomely to that university so as to, build up their child fame and status. And it also gives them a nice tax break as well. It gives them a pretty tax break. So what I'm saying is kids like North, everything that's happening, nothing that happens with North should be surprising to any of us. But I understand why it is surprising because Kanye West is her father and we know some things don't roll with Kanye. So to many of us, we don't understand why is it that Kanye is sitting back and allowing his 12-year-old daughter to be on the internet. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. Kanye should focus on his health at this point in time. I don't think he should be focused on any back and forth with Kim as it relates to the kids. So far, Northwest Instagram account is pretty much harmless to you and I. But the predators, they do see a lot more than what you and I see. You and I see, in a sense, those sickos, they see something else. They see something that our minds, our eyes, our hearts can't even begin to comprehend, So when some of you guys say no 12-year-old should be on this is just for mosquitoes, but it was just so distracting. The house is mesh, but some reason or somehow those little critters, they find their way in. So you have to get ready for them. Anywho, as I was saying, right? The thing is that North is talented. She's talented and she's creative. She's an artist. We have to say Northwest is an artist. And she's better than some of the girlies out here, right? And she's going to have a better career. It's like everything is going to just be handed to her, Do you know how you and I, we have to work for hours? And do you know how, you guys don't know this. You don't know. You guys don't know this, but my daughter, she raps, she DJs, she writes songs. She has been doing it ever since she's a kid. I don't know where the passion ended. But for example, if you and I have a child who wants to become a part of the music industry, she would have to be even when she's extremely beautiful, extremely educated, extremely talented, you know, there's just like a 1 in a million chance that they will be chosen, right? Some do get the opportunity to be chosen. Some extremely talented never get the opportunity to be chosen. Some of them are given the opportunity, but they don't get the chance to rise to stardom, even though they have all the qualities. And that is because they're not willing to do anything, and they don't have the parents to foster the behavior of a Kris Jenner. We have to keep it real, right? Some of these kids, boys and girls who are talented, they don't have the parents to foster the behavior of a Kris Jenner. I don't believe that every record label operates like that, but I do believe there are a few. But with Northwest, the good thing about it is that she will never be subjected to such behaviors because Kanye is her father. And people believe, I don't know why people believe, but then again, I know. People believe that Kim is willing to pimp out North. Kim is not going to do that. I get it. Kim mom did that to Kim, but Kim is not going to do that to North. Normally, kids who get pimped or kids who had to deal with any form of abuse of that nature are normally protective of their kids. Oftentimes, not in all cases, not always, but oftentimes. And I think that Kim is protective of North in that sense. Because if you remember when Kanye was meeting with Andrew Tate, Kim was pissed. Kim didn't want North anywhere near that guy, and she wasn't taking any chances. But guess what? Kim can be around a Ty Dolla $ign, and Kim is not bothered by it. And North has been around Ty Dolla $ign, Playboy Cardi, you know, just the regular uncles that she basically grew up with. Kim is okay with her being around the regular uncles, especially Ty Dolla $ign. Kim is not bothered by North being around Ty Dolla $ign. Not one bit. And we've seen North around her dad and Ty Dolla $ign. But when Kim heard that Andrew Tate was going to meet up with Kanye at that studio, even though Bodyguard was there, Kim was like, get my child out of there ASAP. So Kim's not going to be pimping North. She won't. She will not do that. Kim would rather die, you know, before she allows that to happen to Northwest. None of the Kylie Jenners are going to be like that. None of them. Especially Kourtney and Khloe. They will not be like that. You know, Kim will allow North to date a boy her age, but she's not going to allow her child to be manipulated. Not one bit. But Northie is back on Insta. She has won her appeal. Did she have to appeal with her mom or her dad or both of them? And I'm wondering, something is telling me like Kanye was the one who said no Instagram. And Bianca was like, hon, it's okay. She's not doing anything that's harmful. It's safe so far and never can. And because it seems as though Bianca is always, you know, rooting for Northie. I'm just saying, seems as though. But anywho, that's all I have to share in this video with you. Or North has won her appeal. She's back on Insta. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Just imagine. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. But I just hope that Kanye West keeps monitoring everything. I really do hope so. But anywho, that's all I have to say about that for this video. Peace.